Hi, my name is Brett, and I'm the founder of Bite Size Business School. What I'd like to go through now is a new post on when should you increase your SaaS prices. And this really covers what a lot of posts out there that talk about increasing your SaaS prices really leave out, and it's a key ingredient. So the traditional calculation that you'll see is you're making so much per month off of a subscriber. And then you'll see posts that will talk about, so for example, you have 100 subscribers, you'll get $2,000 a month if it's $20 a month per subscriber. So if you increase your price by $10, so it's $30 a month, that's going to be $3,000 a month in revenue theoretically. Now, people are going to unsubscribe because of the price increase, so then you'll see something like, well, maybe 25 will decide to bail, you still have 75 and your revenue is $2,250, which is more than $2,000, so you come out ahead. But then, do you really come out ahead? Does this really happen? How do you know? And this is the point of the whole post. So we're going to get into what can go wrong and why you may not want to jump so quickly into using this sort of simplified formula. So the missing ingredient, and what I say here is the missing ingredient is actually you. Here's what I mean. You're making a certain amount per month off of this subscription service, so this SaaS service. In this example, let's say you're making $2,000 a month, and this is part of your overall income that you want to maintain your lifestyle. So down here I say, well, let's say $5,000 a month is what you need to maintain your lifestyle. The business right here, the SaaS business, is $2,000 a month. $3,000 is coming from somewhere else. So you've got this little formula here that's being used, $3,000 and $2,000, and you've got your lifestyle, things are set, things are going very well. If you raise your prices, can you be guaranteed that you're not going to impact your lifestyle? So in other words, what if instead of 25 people bailing, you actually lose 75? Now you've significantly dropped your income. At $30 a subscriber with 25 subscribers, that's $750, which is well below this $2,000, and now you're not even meeting your minimum of $5,000 a month to maintain your lifestyle, pay your bills. So that would be a fairly detrimental outcome. So you want to eventually raise your prices. How do you determine it? So down here a little further in the post, and I've got these additional considerations which we've talked about, and it goes into a little bit more detail, so certainly you can read about that a little bit more there. Right here at the bottom of this, I kind of describe, look at a few price points to increase that are not significant, for example. So you wouldn't want to go from $20 to $50. You might go to $25 or to $30, which should lessen the impact of people leaving your subscription service. And it may go below $2,000, but the expectation is it may not go much below $2,000 because you are expecting people to leave. And while you're getting a higher revenue per person, it needs to still get over the $2,000 mark that you were at before. And another thing that's very important is this SaaS service needs to be increasing its subscribers month over month. So if your SaaS is sitting at 100 subscribers and maybe fluctuating between, let's say, 98 and 105 or 95 and 105, and it's just up and down like that. People leave and then some come in and backfill those. But net, you're pretty much flat. And let's say you've been flat for the last 3 months or 4 months. There's just no growth. Or even worse, you're actually losing subscribers month over month so that your overall business is shrinking. You definitely don't want to raise prices in that kind of environment, because if people are already leaving and you raise prices, well, that's just going to accelerate the number of people that are going to leave. So then when do you raise prices? So considering growth rate, which we've said here, it needs to not be flat. It needs to not be negative. If the growth rate is positive, so you are adding subscribers month over month, that's a good scenario to consider increasing your price per month. If it's a slow growth rate, I'd be very hesitant to actually start raising prices. But if it's a steady growth rate, it's a strong growth rate, even if the growth rate is picking up month over month, so you're continuing to grow month over month at an exceeding rate, that's a good time to consider raising prices. So 2 important points here. You don't want to raise prices significantly, and you also want the service to be growing. So keep that in mind whenever you're considering raising your SaaS prices, and you'll probably have a better outcome that won't be detrimental to your lifestyle income that you're requiring. So again, this post here, which you can find in the blog, is called "When Should You Increase Your SaaS Prices? What the Gurus Always Leave Out." And those 2 points again, you want to raise your prices incrementally, so nothing significant, so that you lessen the impact of people actually dropping out of the service. And you want to be sure the service is growing. Now, one thing you can do as a test, if you want to test and have very minimal impact, is to not increase prices on existing subscribers, but instead raise the rate on new subscribers. So people coming in, and you can A/B test it that way. If you're currently at $20 and you're thinking, should I go to 25, 30, or 35, and you don't know, put up an A/B test of $25, put up another page of $30, and that way you can figure out where most of the subscribers are coming in, what rate they're coming in, and see what will happen there. And one other thing you may consider is raising the price on a portion of your subscribers. So if you have 100 subscribers, you may consider raising the price on 33 of them, so a third of them. So that's 33% of your sample pool, and see what the impact is. This should then distribute quite well whenever you decide to raise rates on the other 66%. You should have a pretty accurate idea of what's going to happen at that point. So there's a number of options there. This post, again, will go into a few more details, so I strongly suggest going through and reading that one. And again, my name is Brett from Bite Size Business School.